the Martian, Jasson Dominguez, has a locker at Yankee Stadium and a spot in tonight's starting lineup. Here's Aaron Boone discussing the return of Jasson Dominguez.
I think you know my thoughts on him. I've been a huge fan ever since I met him. Just love his makeup, his talent, and he's earned this opportunity now. You know, it's been obviously coming back from the Tommy John and then hitting a bump in the road with the oblique. You know, after he came back, you know, he's been playing really well now for a few weeks and feel like, you know, stringing together some of his best baseball here over the last couple weeks and has earned this opportunity.
But hold on real quick, Michael. Let's ask the question, though. What changed, though, Aaron?
I don't know about change other than, look, the roster's a living, breathing organism every day that's always kind of evolving, and you're always paying attention. And like I said, on September 1, when we didn't initially recall Jasson, he's in the conversation every single day. I think as much as anything, it's just continuing to build the momentum he's built here over the last few weeks, where we feel like, especially the last couple weeks, really starting to be in the peak of his season and playing at a really high level. So, you know, he's been knocking on that door, you know, since he came back, and now seemed like the time to bring him.
It makes no sense to me. Listen, I'm glad he's up, but the GM came to Chicago and just said this weekend the only way he's coming up is to play every day, and we believe, and our analytic people believe, and our front office and our field personnel believes that Verdugo gives us a better chance if he plays every day. What changed in two games?
Is it possible? Now, you said, did he speak on Friday or Saturday? Because I think it's kind of important.
I believe it was Friday.
So that was before or during the game on Friday?
Yeah.
I mean, Michael, I know they took 2 out of 3. They won a series, and this time of year, you're not going to sneeze at that, but they didn't hit. So, and they kind of look dead. They got great pitching performance and all that, but, you know, Judge isn't hitting. Soto's not hitting right now. Is it just possible they're looking at it and going, we just need a little bit of a spark? And it also tells me that maybe this was a split decision. I'm sure there were a lot of people who felt like he should have been called up on September 1st. So maybe just the fact that they didn't hit it all in a hitter's ballpark over the weekend, and they don't want this to become a thing.
Well, it wasn't hitter's ballpark this weekend, Don.
It's still Wrigley. I know there was a wind blowing in, but Michael, to score, what did they end up scoring? What was it, 3?
3-2-0.
Yeah, so you score 5 runs in 3 games at Wrigley and lose a game scoring just 1 run. And I maybe this weekend was a wake-up that we need a little bit of a spark
But
here.
wouldn't you admit, Don, it kind of looks bad? I mean, they changed their mind in 2 days. He said he's not coming up unless he plays every day. So that's why when we found out that he had a locker at the stadium, we said, well, Verdugo gets hurt. Well, it's LeMahieu. That doesn't impact him playing every day. The one who I think is going to lose playing time is going to be Giancarlo Stanton.
And, you know, DJ hurt. It opened the door. I really think there must have been a lot of people in the organization that wanted him called up. So if it was a 51-49 kind of split on September 1st, is it possible that weekend series in Wrigley won a couple of minds over to put? And maybe it's not what Cashman wants, but maybe he just relented because there's enough people who felt that he should get called up. You said these things are collaborative, so makes me feel like there were a lot of people in that organization that disagreed with Cashman at the time.
But this, to me, and again, this is just a guess. I'm sitting here in the trailer. I have not spoken to anybody. That it had to come from way up high. All right, get Dominguez up. Because Brian Cashman is the top decision maker in baseball. He could be pushed by everybody. No. And if he doesn't think that that's the thing to do, he's not going to do it. So it has to be from above where he can't say no. Because it doesn't make sense. They hadn't hit against the Cardinals. They didn't hit against D.C. They have not hit in a long time. So I don't think a weekend series with the wind blowing in from center field at Wrigley should have impacted. Again, I want to see how they make him play every day. That means that Verdugo doesn't play every day. It means that Stanton doesn't. You know that Judge and Soto are playing every day. So the guys that are impacted by this have to be Stanton and Verdugo.
Well, listen, either way, it'll make for a lot of happy Yankee fans today who've been wanting to see something change and have been wanting to see Jasson Dominguez. So
let's go to Brian in Rockville Center. Brian.
Hey, guys, how's it going? Just with the whole Dominguez situation, I'm kind of looking at it as a positive. Verdugo obviously isn't playing the way he should be. Bring this guy up. Maybe it could be a little spark plug. I think it's just, I'm asking for my own knowledge. I'm not criticizing. They did say one thing a couple days ago. Now it's different. What is the big deal? That, okay, he's up now. I don't see how it could hurt.
Well, then it couldn't have hurt a week ago. I mean, the big deal, Brian, is a couple of days ago the GM said he's not coming up unless he plays every day, and we think that Verdugo playing every day is a better chance for our team to win. Now, you might disagree. A lot of people might disagree. I think Dominguez is I personally think Dominguez is a better player than Verdugo. All I'm wondering, I'm saying it's a bad thing, Brian. What changed? If you're not curious about what changed in 2 days? What changed? In 2 days, a seismic change in their thinking. What? Why? What happened?
Do you think it could be an injury with Verdugo?
No, because then they would. Brian, that's what we thought earlier. Then Verdugo wouldn't be playing. You put him on the IL instead of DJ LeMahieu. Instead, Verdugo is batting ninth and playing left field. So if it was that, Brian, we thank you for the phone call. Then it's an easy explanation. This is not an easy explanation. This is a convoluted explanation. Oh, the lineup and the roster is a living organism. Really? From 2 days ago?
Yeah. Well,
2 days.
The old living organism excuse. We've heard that before.